Welcome back, guys. I know it's been a week or two since we've done a video, but getting down 1 week till kickoff, guys. Looks like season's going to happen. You know, for a while they were talking this and that. I believe right now we're on schedule to have season start here in a week, and teams are got till tomorrow to cut down to the 53-man roster. So today some action start happening. Overnight, I think some things are going to happen. Tomorrow they got to get down to the 53-man roster. So I think you're going to see a lot of trading. Some guys dropped. Other teams picking them up. They're going to need them. We've already saw some big happenings. We're going to go over a few things here, and then give maybe some suggestions or thoughts of maybe where some of these people are going to go, who might sign them. So I said tomorrow's cut day down to 53-man rosters, and in less than a week it's kickoff, people. So some of these teams may look a little differently. So let's get to some of the surprises. So today we got player cuts, pickups, trades. Also got some free agents up here. There's a lot of good free agents out there. I didn't write them all down, but I got a few right now with the cuts happening. Some of these free agents may lower their asking dollar. I know Javon Clowney. I mean, there's a couple teams I heard the Saints and the Titans are both interested. Titans, to me, Titans are the one that may pull the trigger and get him. Is he worth what he's asking? I mean, this is the time of the season where some of these guys, if you have not been picked up through the last month to train with your team, you're coming in on the team with only a week. It's only a week to train to learn the defensive scheme or the offensive plays. I'm sorry, guys, if you've not been picked up now for your asking price, some of these guys got to lower their money. If they just got cut, like, say, Clinton Dix, kind of out of left field, you may have to lower your asking dollar to get on the team if you want to keep, want to be in the league this year. So, Clowney, some of these guys are going to have to bargain a little bit if they want on a team here, or they're going to be waiting until somebody gets hurt and they need somebody, but you want to risk that. So, we mentioned Clowney here. I guess we'll just start with the free agents that are still out there. Clowney's still out there. My best bet, Titans. I think he's going to have to ask a little bit less money to do so. Running back, Freeman's still out there. Bears for one. Montgomery's hurt for the beginning of the season. He just hurt. He may miss week 1. I'm trying to think of any other teams out there that got a running back that's may hold out, may be injured. I just, right now, off the top of my head, I can't see Freeman going anywhere. Do you know of any teams that, Brett, you've been watching, that you think may pick some of these guys up?
Maybe one of the, maybe bottom 25 teams. If they don't have a good running back, I would get. If I was the head coach or the GM of them, I would get a good running back if I didn't have one.
So I said Freeman's still out there, still got some young legs on him. Jason Peters, maybe a little bit too high asking price, getting up there in age. I could see some team getting him if he lowers the price, and they need they just have good offensive linemen they thought they did when they did their draft or whatever. As of right now, a day before the 53-man cut, nothing yet. Logan's still out there. Logan Ryan. I mean, there's some defensive guys. Clay Matthews is still out there. Earl Thomas just got cut by the Ravens here a week or so ago. Some teams talked about picking him up. One of the top players in this position, but money-wise and attitude-wise, will they take a risk on him? Some people say the Cowboys. I don't think that's going to happen.
I would say the Jets. They lost the best safety in the strong safety in the league. Get one of the best free safeties in the league.
Yeah, there's a good one there. Yeah, if Jets freed up some money, why not go after somebody like that? Tight end, Delaney Walker's still out there. I know some good tight ends in the league this year, but he could help somebody out. Taylor Gabriel never really blossomed under the Bears, but you had a lot of other wide receivers there. 49ers, they've got, I don't know how many. They keep signing wide receivers. They keep going on the injury list. So I don't know how many wide receivers that 49ers are going to pick up, but there's a team that's hurting for wide receivers. I don't know.
I'll give the Lions Taylor Gabriel.
Yep.
Same with Devontae Freeman, Matthew Stafford. What's the number 1 receiver? I know it starts with a G.
Shoot.
Galladay,
yeah.
So Galladay, Taylor Gabriel, Devontae Freeman, and Matthew Stafford. I think that would be one of the best offenses.
Clay Matthews is still out there. I kind of thought the Bears might pick him up just to just because of the old, Green Bay rivalry. Put Clay Matthews back, get him as just a spot player here and there. I think he's still got a little, a little bit of left in his game. I was surprised that somebody has picked up Clay Matthews just as a spot player. Not maybe a full game, but as here and there type of player. Talib's still out there. I know he's up there in age, but there's some defensive players that are out there that I guess we'll see once the season happens, but I can see some stuff happening here if the teams aren't happy with what they saw in the last month in spring training and let some guys go, freed up some money, did some trades. We've not talked about trades yet. I know a few minor ones happened today here on Friday. Friday. So a few minor trades, no big names, but Fournette, I guess Fournette going into some of the people that have been re-picked up. Fournette got let go, picked up by Tampa Bay. Nobody really knew where he was going to go. Chicago was mentioned. Some other teams are mentioned. I guess Tampa Bay kind of surprised me, being that they had some decent running backs there, but Clinton Dix, Adrian Peterson just got dropped. I think Peterson could help somebody out somewhere. Redskins had like 4 or 5 running backs on their roster under Peterson, so they said that, that's another one the Bears mentioned that could help the Bears out for a week or two until Montgomery gets back. I just can't see that happen just to pick up a player for a week or two. I think you need a team that is liking a running back. I just don't know where Adrian Peterson, right now, that a team that's really hurting at running back, where he could end up at. I just can't think off the top of my head any teams that may give him a shot.
I mean, he could sign with the Bears for a 2-year week contract, like one of the running backs in Seattle last year. I can't remember his name right now, but he signed like a week or 2 contract with Seattle and won a playoff game. I think Adrian Peterson can sign for 2 weeks or 2 games with a cheap contract, just play for Montgomery when he's injured.
I mean, somebody like Peterson, Kansas City, they had their number 1 running back opt out for the season for COVID-19. Yes, they got a good rookie there and some good backups. I could see maybe Kansas City, but probably not. 49ers got a couple good running backs there, but they could, any team could use a third running back. Especially that Peterson, if they keep him fresh and just spot play him and have their workhorse out there to bring in Peterson for some fresh legs. Even like a Miami or a Cleveland or a Cincinnati could use somebody of that type of, speed and just for a spot player, not as a full-time number 1 receiver or number 1 running back, but as a number 2 or 3 to help relieve their number 1 guy. I personally think Peterson will get picked up by somebody for this year. I don't have a guess who right now. Clinton Dix, that was a shocker to me that the Cowboys released him. They must see something in their rookies that are young players to release or I thought he was going to be there at the Cowboys. There's teams always needing, defenders in the backfield like Clinton Dix. I just don't know where he may go to. I mean, he's got some game left. I just don't know. Kind of like Prince of Macamera. I was shocked to see the Raiders drop him, but there's a lot of defenders, a lot of players out there. I guess see what happens here tomorrow. We'll see who gets picked up, who's traded. Who have we missed? Contract holdouts. They said Zach Ertz still in contract talks. Kind of broke down today. We'll see if Ertz gets signed. I know Cook for Minnesota and Kamara were both, not happy with their contracts. I think supposedly they're both in practice and ready to go. So I think they're going to be playing. To me, that helps out their contract negotiations. If they go out there and want to play and show they're part of the team instead of holding out. I think they'll both be there. I think they'll get signed. I can't see Kamara getting traded. I've heard rumors of that, but I think Kamara's going to stay with Saints. He fits there real well. Same as Cook. They'll get something done. I think, who else? Seattle, talking about some other guys out there. Sounds like Seattle's in the works with Josh Gordon if they've not already got it done. I've not seen it. It's stamped that it's a done deal, but sounds like Seattle's going back for Josh Gordon. Antonio Brown. There's some teams that talk about him. I can't see somebody picking him up. He's got a 4-game suspension if they do, so he's going to be out 4 weeks. I just think some of these players they probably should have picked up in the last month to learn that team's playbook. Now it's kind of like they come in, they're not going to play for a few weeks until they get knowing the team's playbook. So I hate to say it, some of these guys on the board may not get picked up, or if somebody gets hurt on a team where they need this player, they may get picked up. But who am I missing? Any other players that you are out there that you may think get traded or dealt? No. I think there's going to be some trades going to happen. I just don't know. I've not read any big deal trades, but I got a sneaky suspicion that there's going to be one blockbuster trade that's going to shock us. I just don't know where or who. I mean, somebody might have shined in training camp where they can get rid of the other guy in line. I mean, it was only 2 years ago yesterday, I believe Khalil Mack got signed by the Bears, so that wasn't a trade. Well, that was a trade, draft pick. So that was a trade. So I think there's been a few minor trades today. I think either later tonight or maybe early in the morning tomorrow, sometime before the deadline hits. I could see a blockbuster trade.
I think the Texans would trade Deshaun Watson for a 7th round pick.
7th round. Trying to think who out there the team may want really want to push him over the edge. I mean, there's some teams right there that they could use a little boost in offense or a little boost in defense, and then another team that has 2 or 3 players at that position that this team wants, and there's going to be some teams that can make pretty good deals. I don't count out anybody right now of pulling a deal off tonight or tomorrow. My prediction, I mean, right now, Central Standard Time, it's about 5 o'clock our time here, so it's early enough on a Friday night. Things could happen yet tonight in the next 4 or 5 hours. Teams talking, moving pieces around, or we'll hear about it tomorrow midday. I just have a big prediction that there's going to be a big deal. It's kind of like the Khalil Mack of, holy cow, Mack's going to the Bears and draft picks. I think there's going to be something like that happen. I just don't know what team's going to pull that trigger. Some team that's right there that they could use that one extra player just to push them over the edge to get them in the playoffs. I could see it happen. I just don't know. Any predictions you think a team could, you see one of these 500 teams making a deal to push them into the next tier up? I'm just trying to think of anybody right off the top of my head. My prediction is something like that's going to happen. And then I see some of these players getting picked up. I just don't know. Like I said, I think Peterson will get picked up by somebody probably tonight. I've heard 3 teams already been in contact with him. So I think Peterson got probably get picked up and work out deals shortly. Clinton Dix, I can see him going somewhere. There's going to be a few other shockers that are going to get released later tonight and tomorrow that I can see other teams picking up. If they don't get somebody, then they're going to go for some of these free agents that have been sitting out there for a while. They have to pay a little bit more for them. But I can see them going after those guys. So, going to be an interesting afternoon, interesting tomorrow for these teams to get down to the 53-man rosters. Who's going to get traded? I think, like I said, there's going to be a crazy trade that everybody's going to be talking about by this time tomorrow. Of, can you believe this happened? Rams is one that, you put another guy on defense on there, you give him another offensive weapon. Rams could be one that I don't think they really need another wide receiver or running back or even a tight end. I think they're set their defense, so I can see the Rams pulling a trigger on something there. Baltimore with Reed gone, because supposedly with not Reed, Earl Thomas. With Earl Thomas gone, sorry, as soon as I said it, I know. As soon as with Earl Thomas gone, they had a gap to fill there. Well, they make a blockbuster deal. Baltimore missed out on the Super Bowl last year, missed winning. So, will they make a deal to try to get somebody, another wide receiver, another guy on defense to fill some gaps? Cowboys. I see the Cowboys. They dropped Clinton Dix. Could they make a couple moves? I think some of these, a team like right around a 500 team is going to make a move to put them up in the next tier. And that's just some of the teams I just named. Maybe the Giants. I can't really see Packers made some deals last year, big name deals. I can't see them doing a whole lot. Bears, I think they're okay.
If Packers get Taylor Gabriel, they're definitely going to bump up at least 2 wins in my schedule if they get another good receiver. because he's proven himself in like past 2 years with the Bears.
Yeah, see, the Packers signed, who's the wide receiver that opted out for this year? Funches. I mean, the Packers signed Funches, listen, he opted out. Could they be looking for another wide receiver to fill his shoes? That could happen. You know, you get a team drop somebody, and hey, he'll fit in good with our scheme.
I mean, the Packers have a past of picking up good Bears players.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't count out anybody making a deal right now. I think it's wide open with no preseason games. It changes the scheme of things, the planning a little bit of not seeing some of these guys, and I think there's going to be a blockbuster deal. If not, maybe two. There's going to be a big one, I think, tonight and tomorrow. Wait and see. But with already some of these surprises like Adrian Peterson, Clinton Dix, things are happening, and I think it's going to keep happening until tonight and tomorrow. And see what happens. It's going to be a fun season, though, guys. Like I said, kickoff's less than a week away. Get your fantasy teams ready. There's some people changing positions. You know, if you had Fournette, if you had Adrian Peterson, you're probably scrambling a little bit right now. They just both lost the number one running positions, and Fournette's not going to be number one in Tampa for a while. Adrian Peterson, who knows where he's going to go? Probably won't be number one. There's going to be some teams. Sorry, guys. There's going to be some fantasy league teams kind of like, oh shit, right now, because you drafted some guys thinking they're going to be okay, and not so much right now. So, and you might have picked up somebody that's third or fourth on the roster, and also they're just got a lead job somewhere as the number one or two wide receivers. So, see what happens. Any predictions you see? Any weird oddball, crystal ball, Sasquatch looking plays or things happening, Brett? You see or predict happening? Okay, we'll see, guys. Tomorrow, maybe we'll do another video on who got signed where and the final 53-man rosters. We won't go through every team of every 53-man rosters, but we may cover some of the big blockbuster trades and signings and cuts that happen. So stay tuned. But Crazy Sasquatch says one big happening going to happen, guys. Don't know how big of a trade it's going to be, but I think we're going to have at least one. And I think we should see these guys pick up new teams here shortly. So see what happens. Keep track of the news tonight. If not, Crazy Sasquatch and Flaming Spikes will be back tomorrow for update on the happenings of the NFL. Going into the 53-man roster, getting ready for kickoff. So have a great 2020 season, guys. Football season is almost here.